Your world, my opinion. YWMO.
That's dope. I like that. Y'all doing it, man.
Yo, what's up, man? Your world, my opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? I really been trying to fall back on the fourth, but we still shooting fireworks. You know, big. First, you know, Honey J, what's up?
What's up? Y'all already know we got a big one tonight. I'm super excited. You know what I'm saying? With Charleston Ray.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rich baby, what's up?
Let's have a good time and enjoy everything, every moment. Come on, let's get into it.
I already told him, listen.
Special guest, special bartender guest.
Let's be kiddos.
My team member.
Somebody I've watched grow up in the studio today.
That makes sense for real though.
Right,
Listen, I already told them nothing is off limits. We gonna get into
We like
it.
that.
We gonna get into
Yeah,
it.
we gonna get all the way into it.
I ain't say get that deep.
I don't know. You gotta say it 3 times. Every time you said it. Every time you said it, I'm like, okay. Right. You brought it back. So we good, man. So this is what we here for. That's what's up. You know, go ahead and introduce yourself. You know, right here we got, you know, BB Slim, you know what I'm saying, Skywalker, David Skywalker. We get into all that transition and all that. You know what I'm saying? We got Yazzy, the man. Y'all boy, introduce yourself. Let them boy know what it is, man.
What it is?
Let you go first.
BB Slim, David Skywalker, co-founder of Street Drummaz, you know what I mean? Many titles, man, you know what I mean? Man of many hands, man of many
There
hands.
you go.
Okay.
Here you go. Talk yourself up. Talk yourself.
That's a legend, bro. You a Charleston legend, bro. Real.
People like you both. I'm like, no, pop it. You all
Right.
It's alright.
Talk your shit, because we here for it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm gonna actually start off with BB Slim and all that, man. Like, you've been moving in Charleston, doing beats for everybody in Charleston. I know they didn't have a BB Slim, you know what I'm saying? And so how far back did you go? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the music in Charleston goes deep. You know, you got 263, you got Pagino Dino, you got all these different eras, man. Twin D, all them boys. So let us know where you start from.
Shout out to Twin D.
Right.
You know that's family. What's up?
Kind of give us a history on that.
Definitely the Godfather. But
Right.
yeah, my you go back to like I'm like before my time. Like I've been making beats like for people of the generation before me.
Right.
When I'm in high school, like we just decided to start trying with it. You know what I mean? So it was like something that was like we experimented on it, but it actually like you're not sticking. You know what I mean? So we got ball rolling with Marley Mar at first.
Okay.
Marley Mar was like one of the first people that were like really in the slum, still beats, you know what I mean? So he kind of crafted the sound where y'all really like came, you know what I mean?
Right.
If he got in Taylor.
Yeah.
It was that's a part of history, man.
I was about to say that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even say it. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole era.
Yeah, a lot of history. Even me and Kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. We gonna get into that for sure.
Yeah, man. So you know, really within Charleston or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with the movement that there's going on now, man. Where you see yourself at, like right now with the movement and, you know, what you got going on, like, you know, with that?
I kind of see myself like I'll say like a OG.
Definitely.
OG type, trying to guide the new generation the way.
Right.
So like, I know my role and where I stand with it. I don't try to step on nobody too. I don't try to do what these. So I say I try to really like help develop it, see it grow, and you know what I mean, help. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nah. Basically.
I want you help others cultivate their crafts.
Yeah, like coaching.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That is amazing. Man, we need that.
Yes.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't have that a lot in the city.
Right.
Right.
You got people that's kind of doing their own thing, but it's different when you see somebody who want to help. Like, okay, I see what you're doing. Let me help. We gonna go from here to here. That's kind of where I came from. So I'm gonna let you finish.
Right. So so we about to move on to Yazzy. So how does this come about?
I mean, what? To be honest with you, it's like any story, like, you know what I mean? Like, I see Yaz doing her thing. I reach out to Yaz one day, I'm like, man, Yaz, I like, see you potential, like, I man, I think I really can do something with you. You say like a little different from what everybody else really been, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, she been raw talent, so I've been like, man, let me just go ahead and work with her to stop the I seen, like, you know what I mean? And then it's been like years, right.
Yes, since 2017.
Okay, yeah. Let's see, how far back does this go?
Since 2017.
That's a long time now.
It is a long time. And I think, how did it start? I think I was in a studio doing something for some. You was in there making beats.
We've been
But perfect, right?
yeah, we've been at the studio on Main Street.
And I was in there doing a feature, I think for Scandalous or somebody. I was in there doing a feature, doing something for somebody else, and he was in there making beats. And I always heard the name BB Slim, but I never put a face to it.
Right.
So when he was in there and he was like, oh no, BB, maybe I should, whatever. I'm like, okay. And it's like, ever since then, we just locked it. And it's like, it gets deep because since 2017, I'm a Virgo. I don't open up to a lot of people.
Okay.
But when you know my story, you know my story. And when he gravitated to me, like, listen, you got raw talent. Because I had a lot of people kind of in my ear. I'm like, I could do this for you. I see this for you. You should be like this. You should be like that. But he let me be me. Right. That's what I respect the most. He let me be me. And it's kind of hard, like, being from New York and raised down here. Yes. So I used to get a lot of love. People love me, but it's like, technically, she really not from here. And I used to get that back in the day, but it wasn't like, I didn't take it to heart because I felt like I was different. So I took it as a good thing.
It is a good thing.
I took it as a good thing. You know, I was raised here, so it's no. And when I say kiddo, she knew me since I was like 12 years old. Right. Before the rap, I was a little girl, you know. And it took a lot, and to see me like from back then to now, it was like a major progress, but it was a lot behind the scenes. And my biggest thing for the day is just like, stay true to who you are. Because you're gonna come across a lot of people who gonna like try to change you, right? And you should sound like this and do that. Right. And I'm not even gonna hold you, like, I tried it. Like, I was like, well, maybe I didn't need to sound like the girl from Charleston. Right. You know, and I tried it, and I hear a song, and people call me and be like, I like it. So when I started getting that, I kind of fell back and was like, listen, I can't. And that's one thing about working with BB, is like, I got pictures and videos, and he stayed on me. He would come to my house, sit in my living room, and I'm a mother of 4 kids. He would make me write. When I say make me write, sit there, guys, you're going to do this. You're going to write. I'm going to, BB, you write today? I'm like, no. See? Like, he used to get on me so bad. He's like, no, you can't just, like, you need it. You know, and he's like the only person I would listen to, because I don't listen to a lot of people. I don't listen to a lot of people. I don't open up to a lot of people, but I know he, is genuine. Right. It's like, I really want her to win, no matter what. And I see that with him too, because like you said, he's an OG in the city. Right. So our bond together, listen, when I say owe this man a lot, I feel like I owe him a lot, because he stayed down. You don't have a lot of people who stayed down. When I say stay down, I'm not even talking about when money is low, when nobody believed in you. There was times where I kind of went my own lane and it didn't work out, and he still was there. Right. He still came back on the back and was like, I got you. Like, we're going to figure this out. Come on, let's go. You grown now. It's been a couple years later. We're going to get this. Just stay true to who you are, and not against the city girls. I love my city girls. I love everybody who got their shit going on, but stay true to you. Yes. If it don't fit you, it don't fit you. You have to be you. And that's the only way I know how to be. And I grew my fan base off being me.
So you say you're from New York, and then Harlem. So you're from Harlem, and then you moved down here. Like, when did that transition happen?
Oh, we about to get into this. We about to get deep. I'm from Harlem, New York. So people always ask, okay, well, what made you come to Charleston? Right. Y'all want to know why? How you get here? Right. Come here. Well, my story, it wasn't by choice. It wasn't by choice. Growing up in the projects in Harlem, I was about 4 years old. My mother, she, rest in peace to mommy, she ran the streets, did what she did. Back then she just 90s. Right. Oh yeah. So she just ran the streets, did what she did. So my grandmother, she, rest in peace, she took me and my brother in. So we were still in the project, we were still in Harlem. And then at the age of like 4 or 5.
In Harlem.
Yeah. My grandmother, she had a stroke. So and I can remember it to this day. I remember her falling. I can see the ambulance, everything just coming through. She had a stroke, and after that, my mother was still running the streets. So my aunt that was stationed here, she's from New York too, which is my grandmother's daughter, and she raised me. Shout out to my aunt Stephanie. She was stationed on the Air Force base. So when that happened, she came and got me and my brother. So that's how me and Winky ended up, my brother. That's how we ended up in Charleston. Because she was stationed, she's from New York, but she was stationed here. And my grandmother got sick, so she came and got me and Winky instead of putting us like in a home or putting us in foster care.
Right.
That's my niece and nephew. I'm gonna come get them. And we was here.
So transition was to the military.
She was in the army or whatever. I don't know exactly what she was in, but she was on that Charleston Air Force Base Station, and she came and got us, and then she raised us. And it was a lot behind that. When I say we did not want to be here, we were
transition.
I was like, we was hell on wheels. When I say hell on wheels, because we think if we acted out, you about to go shit.
Right.
I went from this place to that place, but that's how I got here. So my aunt, she came and got me, my Winky, me and my brother, when things got tough, and we ended up here. I moved back a lot of times, but I always ended up back.
Yeah, I feel you, because we had cats going up there visiting in New York and coming back with Tim's and shorts.
I mean, I feel like
but I never was from Charleston. So we glad to have you, man, representing, because back then, you know what I mean, the boy Taste, anything up north, they came back down here, they
oh my God.
There was no mix, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Right, especially the music and all that.
You know what I'm saying?
Come back and they better than us or something, man.
No, for real, that's the
so like, what age did you get into music around here, and how did that start out, and how did that go?
How did that start? I was probably I was like 16 when I made my first song. I was 16 when I made my first song. My cousin had a homeboy, Kenny, aka he go by Status. I don't know if I know Status, 8.3 Status, Kenny. So he would do music around, and I was the only girl that happened. So I'm the only girl around three boys, my brother and my two cousins. And so when he would come over there, I would hear him in the room rapping, da da da. So I'm picking out my room like, hey, I want to do that.
I got something to say.
I'm like, Kenny, when he come out the room, I'm like, listen, I want to write my first song. I want to like write something for me. And I ain't gonna hold you. The first song, I don't know how my aunt let me perform it. It was a song called Late Night Tit over 360.
Mafia.
Oh yeah.
He wrote the verse, right? And I'm having to read it. I'm 16.
16.
I'm reading this shit like, oh, well, I can't say this. I can't say that, but we did it. And I was 16, and my father, rest in peace, Daddy, he was into the music. So my godfather is DJ K. Slade.
Okay. All right.
My godfather, rest in peace, and him and my father was best friends.
Okay.
And so I didn't really want to be a rapper growing up. I just thought it was fun. But my father, when he heard me for the first time in the studio, he was just like, yes, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. I'm like, Daddy, I want the girl to be like, I want to do like modeling or something. But he was like, nah, I really, your attitude, you got a voice, you gotta like do it.
And you do.
And I didn't. And then I kind of listened to him. He would be in the studio. We would go to, it was a guy named Mike in West Ashley, Maryville, studio over there. And we would be in there, and my father came and heard me for the first time. And just to see the way he like lit up when he heard my voice through the speakers, he said, yes, you gotta do it. And he kind of pushed me. And I was doing it, and when he passed away, you know, my godfather was like, yeah, listen, you got kids, as soon as you finish school, come to New York and I got you. Come to New York and I got you. And I would send music to Kay, like, hey, I did it. Listen to this. But you know, he was busy in that world. And my father passed away, and I didn't stop. I felt like I kept going for him. So if he saw something in me that I didn't see, I'm going to keep going.
Right.
He put that battery in your back.
And I've been doing it ever since. So around I was 16 years old, made my first song, and been doing music ever since 2016. I lost my father in 2016. So I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yes.
And that was my way of thinking. So, you know, music to me, I always love music. And Mary J. Blige is my biggest idol. But I love music. I just always love it. I said that.
So Major Blige, why is that? Like, what relates to?
As a young girl, my aunt used to always listen to the Marys, the SWV.
My aunt too. That's what we're on.
DJ.
I still listen to it.
And then just as a young girl, I was just always musically inclined. So just hearing Mary run the house, not gonna cry, I wasn't going through shit back then.
Oh, yeah, I know what. She was talking about what I felt.
Yeah, I wasn't going through nothing. I just loved Mary. And then growing up, I didn't know I was gonna grow up to fucking look like her. But
you just let me.
But that's my style. I always had fashion, so it's not like I do it to mimic her. It's just growing up. I'm different. I feel like my swag.
Can you do the dance?
I can't do the dance.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it.
I think you probably gotta like.
She just moves with balance. You gotta
I think you gotta drink a little bit. I think you gotta drink a little bit.
right.
Drink all over. Nah, she might be drunk for real though.
No.
She might have been drunk.
Right. She probably was drunk the first time she did it. Let's see.
And they been
She
drunk
probably
too.
was coming out the dressing room like, and the walls was right there.
You know?
Who the hell is
and when
gonna come
you
down
see
like
yourself in the
that?
mirror, you like, yo, that's your. I'm gonna do that on stage.
And your friends amping you up. Whoa. You like, yeah, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what's up, man. I mean, that's what's up, man.
And who else would you say are some of your biggest influencers as far as in the music game? Back then and
Back then it was really, it was Lil Kim.
For
it was
sure.
Mary.
Yes.
I was on Foxy.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna say because you
Yeah.
got a little Foxy.
I still listen to him today. Yeah, Foxy. But then in this generation, Nicki.
Okay.
And that's kind of really it. Like I see what's going on with the Cardi B's and all of that.
Well, Glorilla, I like Glorilla a lot. I had to bring her up.
Like Glow had to grow on me.
Right.
You know, when she first came out, we would all laugh about how deep her voice was. But I said, her voice made her.
It's different.
We tripped on her at first, but her voice made her distinct, and she was just,
that's her voice.
You remind me of Gangsta Boo.
Like you said, you gotta be yourself. That's her voice. So she stuck to being herself.
I instantly heard it.
You instantly heard it.
I knew it was a
Tell you
hit.
why. Anything new, always gonna pop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody sound like her.
Right.
She's definitely different.
She was, and then Memphis sound was already in.
Right.
That's how I knew that woman. Another woman.
That's how that sound.
I think she seemed genuine as a person, and then when she be doing the dances, that's kind of showing the street side of her. And I think she's being true to herself.
That's the biggest thing.
That is what's going to get you there, man.
agree with that.
And I fought myself so much when it came to that. Though. Like it's really a battle. When you see what's going on and you want to fit in,
yes.
And when you try it, it don't work out. It's like, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
You know, what am I doing wrong? And then it's nothing because I used to drop a song, like you said, we the sexy, with the girls, we gonna get
Right.
where this song at?
Yep.
Then I dropped this, and all my fan base knows this. So when I try this lane, it's like, I like it, guys, but
I like the trap.
you know, and I can do, and I can do both.
I was about to say, I would still do all of
The
it.
sex is
keep in mind who your target audience.
I like that trap.
Because if I like the music that my audience, I've had times where I put up music that's my audience might necessarily catch on to yet, but then I get an fan base 9. That my fan base for 9 is totally different from my first project. But I still make the music because it feels good to me and stay true to you know what I mean. So,
but you know, and you know,
I'm gonna make the other music too.
You know, mine came from breakups, pain. I didn't want to stay in that lane.
Right.
You know, so when I started doing this, and that's what he came about because he started challenging me. Yes, I want you to touch on this. You can keep this, but do this a little bit.
You don't want your situation to define
Too
you.
sad.
I know
Every time she raps, she gonna talk about losing her parents.
I feel like the style and the sound. I feel like we make enough music. It's our sound and our style. So after a while, I would say don't shy away from the music that they don't.
Right.
And but I wouldn't just not do the music that they want because I'm tired of making that kind of music.
Right.
I feel like you just make music, the sound, your sound, like literally they hear you. It gets to the point where it's like Future. It don't matter what the hell you rap about.
Right.
You can put a thumb in their butt and they can be like, all right.
Mama said not like. Mama said okay. Wait to say weird. Just after a while, once you done made enough music, just when they hear you, that's Yazzy music. Like that's. I'm taking that as a note to myself too.
But to add to that, what I say too, and look at the artists. That's not what you say. That's how you say it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You can see everything crazy that you want to see. If it sounds sonically good to them,
Right.
Okay.
I'm
Sexual is a prime example of that.
Yeah, take everything crazy that you don't need to hear.
Right.
But if that shit sounds sonically good to little boy, they go ball and just be serious.
I'll put my thumb in her butt and that's it.
And then everybody
I'll be right here. I'm gonna put my thumb in her butt.
Somebody thought about it for the first time.
And the windows even tinted. You think you know what I'm saying?
waiting on that part. Waiting on it.
Right. It get loud.
You gotta be home.
The beat gotta be everything.
What I said, you have to have the ear for
That's
it.
true. Because I always said the beat gonna grab me in the first 20, 30 seconds. I'm not gonna write. I can't even write to it.
Right.
Now it's gonna feel forced.
Right.
And we cook up all the time. He'll send me a beat. We could be in the studio now, and lately, though, we could be in there. He'll go through beats, play this. He could notice in my bob of my head that she fucking with it, she ain't fucking with it.
Right.
He could play something, I'm bobbing. Boom, boom. He play something else, he'll hear me start mumbling something. And he'll let me do my thing, and next thing I'll do the whole song.
Right.
So that beat gotta grab me, and I'm like, that's it. It might be some beats people like, I don't too much. I'm like,
That thing hit the
Trust me on it.
Yes, that's what I'm
There's a lot of strong black women in here right now, you know what I'm saying? I can feel the women power. We're gonna pop a bottle, you know what I'm saying? On y'all everything y'all doing, man, and how we doing it and everything like that, man. But BB Slim, like, you know what I'm saying? You talking about the beat, man. So what can you tell us about you creating a beat for an artist? What, you know, how do you come about that, and how do you tailor it to the artist?
I'd like to add to that question, like, how has that process changed since you first started out versus now?
That's crazy. That's like when I first started. It was like it wasn't really computer based. It was basically like sound, drum machines, keyboards, all kind of stuff. Like,
Right.
Everything hardware. You know what I mean? Like you actually got to play. You can't cheat. You can't cut shit in.
You was having a call?
That's my favorite sound right there. That's my favorite sound.
So are you saying like you literally had to like bring people in to like use the hardware, or you were actually doing it yourself?
I had nobody.
Okay.
Just me and my little brother.
Wow.
That's what's up.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
So
sorry.
I mean, this business we taught each other every day.
Right.
You know? So then it started getting into the like our homeboys. They've been like dealing with computers, so they ain't really been like hands on with us. But I teach my brother how to play keyboard.
Okay.
And then we sharpened each other on different things.
No, that's amazing. Yeah, that's
He make me still him big, but you know what I mean. He focus on those kids. You know what I mean.
Right.
And so now,
And
like,
shout out to my niece and nephew.
yeah.
shout out to the family.
Them boy in college down there right now too. Man.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
all right.
And so now you're saying like everything is pretty much computerized,
Yeah.
and you can just get in there and you have an idea, you just push a button. Or how does that process look for you?
You gotta go by vibes and feelings.
Yeah.
And it's really not just you just going in the studio and you cooking up. That's
Right.
You gotta go with the vibe. It's not everybody be on the same type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Damn. And so specifically for Yazzy,
Yes.
cooking up a beat, you know what I'm saying? What kind of thought process you got in mind for the Yaz? You know what I'm saying? Is it
It's kind of different.
right?
It's kind of different with Yaz. Because I'll sing Yaz like 8 beats. Yaz are like beats. Yaz will know. Yaz might say, I like this beat. I do that. Yaz might not even write to none of them beats.
Okay.
I have to come sit down with Yaz. And Yaz will tell me, I ain't got nothing to these beats.
Right.
So now I got to cut up.
Right.
So we'll go listen to some songs. I'd be like, that's what you need. Cut up.
So what about her that you heard that make you, you know what I'm saying, know that that's something you want to work on and progress and give your time, your beats, all that you're doing?
Right.
You know,
And actually
what's-
take their
what's-
time out to go sit down
Right,
with an
that's-
artist
you know
and
what I mean?
encourage them.
That's-
And they have grown together.
Right.
You put time and effort
And it's
into
like
this
a year
project,
apart.
man, and this your movement, man. It's like, what is different about her than any time that any other time? Don't cry now.
You get emotional.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta keep it real.
Right. That make it a
You gotta keep it real.
I'm gonna definitely keep it to it was it would work, but it definitely wasn't like vibes, like energy, like talks. So I'm saying you can feel people being through simple conversation.
Right.
And sometimes people cut in different ways. You know what I mean? And that just what happened. Like, you know what I mean? It just ended up into a bond.
So how long have you been working with them?
Like,
Are y'all working together?
2017.
yes,
That's 17. Okay, y'all like 6, 7 years in.
Yeah, that's
I was gonna get into a little bit of that because I know a lot of the fans hear a lot of the pain like in your music. But before we do you find it that easier to work with someone who has like a story that's already there that you don't have to actually cultivate and develop?
There's always like you gotta know the person you're dealing with.
Right.
To really craft their song. So I'm saying, with a producer, that's how you play. So if she's making music that you to her, you gotta understand her story and her pain.
Right. And I, like I said, for some of the people listening, I know for myself, becoming a fan, I hear a lot of the pain in your earlier music, like you said, with your parents. You know, what's the backstory on losing your parents and how that's really affected your music and what we hear in your music?
All right, I definitely could get into that. I lost my mother 2015. Nobody knew she had cancer. I guess we wasn't told because she didn't want us to worry.
Yeah.
So when I was 2006 and I was going up Charleston High School, I was like 16. I was going there. My aunt came to me one day and was like, yeah, your mom is sick. I said, me thinking, they never said what sick meant. It was just like, she's sick. I said, oh, she just gotta take her medicine and she'll be all right. Not thinking she was sick, like sick.
Right.
So I kind of brushed it off. I brought it to my mother's attention years later, and she just got real defensive, like, oh, he told you I was sick. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with me. She kind of fought it, and I just let it go.
Right.
And she would always come down to Charleston to see me and my kids, and my brother and his daughter, at least 3 times a year.
Sure.
So since I was a little girl, she would come, or back then my aunt would send us to New York. Spring break, summertime, holiday time, we always go back home, at least 3-4 times a year. So my mother, when we didn't go, she would come here.
Right.
And that last year she was here, it was a little different because she had a guy she was dating, and he's from Florence. So she would ride the Amtrak here, and he would go to Florence. But this last time she came, she brought him with her.
Okay.
I didn't think nothing of it.
Right.
And then when he came, he had a camera. He was taking mad pictures. It was her birthday.
Gotcha.
So to get a little deeper though, my youngest son, Bryson, he's 10. So I had him June 2nd, 2015. So before I gave birth, she would call me and be like, yeah, as soon as your water break, I'm coming. As soon as you have him, I'm coming. She just kept stressing me like, as soon as you have Bryson, I'm coming. I told her, hey, Mama, you know, my water broke June 2nd. Her birthday is June 12th. So she came down June 7th. So I had Bryson. I was going through a lot back then. Like when I say I'm not, you know, I speak my truth. I was fighting eviction, car repossession. I was going through so much. Single mother of 4. So I was going through a lot. So I had Bryson, and she came down. She's like, okay, well, come when you have him. I said, all right. I had him. She came down June 7th. We celebrated her birthday June 12th at my aunt's house. And when the day of her birthday, she kept saying, call your brother, because we would always come and see her, but it'd be like split time. And she'll see me and my kids, see him and his daughter. She said, no, I want Winky and Maya here. I want them here. So, okay. So I called my brother and was like, listen, Mommy here, it's her birthday, we gotta do this together. And she kept stressing me. So he came, we had a good time, it was her birthday. But I never forget the look she used to give me. Like, she would give me a look like, I want to help you, but I just can't.
Right.
She knows going through a hard time. I had one of 03 Suburban back then. So I had a big old, she was like, listen, you got that big old truck with your kids. I got like $40 in gas. I can't help you much yet, but she did what she could. I love her for that. Because anytime, regardless of what she was going through in New York, when me and Winky came to New York, we were straight.
Yeah.
She fed us, bathed us. He couldn't go on the block without holding my hand. She made sure we crossed the street together. Like it was, she still did her thing regardless of her running the streets. She was still a mother. She was still a mother. And so June 7th was her birthday. I mean June 12th was her birthday. So June 14th she went back to New York. But she kept saying, yes, I'm leaving. I got an appointment on June 22nd. I'm gonna be alright, but I got an appointment for something kind of, you know, whatever. I said, all right, well, you know, let me know how your appointment goes. So think about how fast. So she died on her appointment date. I had my son June 2nd. She came June 7th.
Right.
She left June 14th, died June 22nd. So I felt like that was her way of telling me goodbye because she made sure she came as soon as I had my son.
Right.
So whatever happened, she held on.
Yes.
So I had Bryson.
Right.
She came and saw us, wanted me and my brother together. Her boyfriend came taking mad pictures. I don't know. He never comes like him. He gets over Florence. And I felt good about that. Because I felt like she told me goodbye in her own little way.
Right.
And that's real. That's real. People do hold on until they can give you or do what they need to do, and then they will transition. You know what I'm saying? So you hit that on the head, man. And you're real transparent, man. You're real, and it's always good as an artist to be transparent.
Yeah.
I know Big Kiddo's, she's real transparent.
Definitely.
And because it helps people to know that you're a person too.
I'm a person, and shit real like that. That kind of hit me like just imagine on my phone. I was on the phone with my father trying to get him to pay my car note for me.
Right.
And I got a call on the other line, and it was my cousin. I think my cousin and my aunt. They kept calling, but I was like, Daddy, I'm just ignoring it. They called back. I said, I'm gonna ignore it. Daddy, can you please help me pay my car note? They will come get my car. I got a kid. Me and them going back and forth. Yes, if I pay you, I pay you back. We was going, and I got the call again. I said, Daddy, hold on, let me answer it. So it was my cousin or I can't remember, my cousin or my aunt. And he was like, yeah, your mom's in ICU. And I'm like, what? She was just here. Like, she wasn't sick. What do you mean she's in ICU? And so I'm on the phone like, okay, whatever, I'll call her back. I'm not trying to accept it at this point. Because I'm already going through this and going through that. Now you're telling me she's in ICU.
Right.
The doctor called me. 10 minutes later. 5 minutes later.
That's
like,
what he does.
He's like, you Yasmin? I said, yes. He said, well, I need you and your brother to get to New York in the next 24 hours.
Wow.
So it's just like, I'm fighting this, I'm fighting that. And to get a call saying I gotta be in New York, I don't have money for my car note.
Sure.
And I gotta be in New York for the next 24 hours.
Yeah. Right.
It wasn't even 24 hours. 10 minutes later, they called and was like, she gone.
Oh
My goodness.
Yeah. So you gonna start that?
But that's the backstory. Yeah, that's the backstory.
I know it builds you to be the artist that you want to be.
Definitely, because it's just like I feel like I can't give up. I can't stop.
For sure, yeah, and that's what it's all about. And I listen to some of your music, and I know one of the songs you said that, they want you to go sexy, but the streets want the trap. You know what I'm saying? I like the trap. You know what I'm saying? So what do you like?
But she keep it sexy at the same time.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Because all your songs sexy, but you got trap sexy, and then you got more kind of.
I can't explain. It's just me. I can't really explain it. Like me growing up, it's like I am who I am, but I sound how I sound.
Right.
And it's like I don't try to be this way or try to be that way. It's just like one way, So I'm just me. I don't know. I dress how I dress. I switch it, and I think that plays a big part coming from New York. The fashion part of me. Like 1 minute after the way it is, I can come in here tomorrow with a doobie wrap with some Tim's on.
Right.
Oh, I love the doobie wrap.
Right.
Oh my God! Please let's give it up for the doobie wrap.
Not a girl thing. Why you be holding like the doobie wrap?
But it does.
It's not. The girl grew up on the doobie wrap.
Definitely up north.
I said it's not exclusive to.
Yeah,
No,
It's not.
I'm just saying, doobie rap. When you hear doobie, you gonna think New York.
Only because
Right.
you said it like that.
But not-
You said if I had seen like that's right, from Charleston.
Is it the way you're saying it or the way you're
No, it's
wearing
the way
it?
you wear it. Y'all wear it here. They wear rap.
I wear doobie wrap.
No, hold on. It's a difference.
Go ahead. Let's.
You can wrap your hair at night and go to sleep.
Sure.
But when you wear a doobie, you wear the pins in it as a style.
Okay, true.
Okay, I'm thinking do
Okay,
rags. I thought
but my aunt, we used to put the Rolo on the top.
Oh, that's what I thought made a doobie wrap, honey.
Yeah, that's what I thought you made a doobie wrap because you had the Rolo on the top with the pins.
Yes, you had the two
And then
pins, you
you
had the
take
two
the
curls.
pins. Then when you down,
But a doobie wrap, you got to put the two curls at the top though.
Yeah.
But the doobie, you got to have that two curls and them two.
Okay, you had that Rolo on the top.
You got the pins all around.
Okay.
It's a style.
Right.
It ain't like wrapping your hair and going to sleep.
Okay, so apparently Doobie got a New York way to do it, and then that's what you're saying,
Yeah,
and a
that's what I'm
Charleston.
saying.
Because you said roller, and she said pins.
The roller
The rollers at the top is when you actually take it out and style it as a
Yeah,
wrap.
that's the doobie wrap. That's when you wear the doobie wrap. Like we really take them two and you do like that.
See, we from Charleston County, so we already know what it is.
Wore it.
But the doobie, the doobie
You
with
wearing it,
the
though.
pins in it. And you go to the Puerto Rican, Dominican, they'll wrap it
Yeah,
up.
they will.
Yeah. It's really called a wash and set.
Right.
Go to the Puerto Rican, Dominicans, get a wash and set. If I want to do, they put the pins in it. You wear it as a style. You don't. That's something you don't wear it for that night and then take the pins out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're wearing it out and about during the
Right,
day.
as a style. And see,
Y'all
and the thing about it was, I thought she was talking about do-rags. And really, but it's the same thing because up north, it's the same thing though because up north, listen, up north they wear do-rags as a style. Down here we might wear it.
Rag is the contraption.
But I mean, up north they wear it as a style. Down here we'll wear it just to do something with our hair, but we ain't gonna wear it with our outfit.
No, they're doing that now. They're doing that.
But it's all like,
Niggas be all wearing do-rags with their outfits. Like,
Right, they
And they match with the colors.
not lately though.
No, they trying to bring it back.
No, don't bring that
they better
back.
not.
No, they are. They have a whole convention in Charlotte for that.
I don't like it.
They have a whole convention in Charlotte for that.
No, I wear a stocking cap. See, I ain't never do that.
You just took it off.
Just to get my wave right.
You got the wave. I see it. I'm being seasick. I'm being
Time to take a picture, I'm
seasick.
taking it off. I'm not putting on my outfit. You know, it's not green, it matches my shoes.
I'm being seasick over here too, Trav.
Huh?
I'm being seasick over here too.
Oh, for real? He ain't like that, now. I did not start back working on him now. Come on now. I appreciate that though.
He needed to hear that one.
You change over there, I don't know what's going on.
That boy is stupid.
Man, that shit was funny.
Right, but you know what?
So he wanted to give a shout out to Charlotte.
Shout out to the Doobies and the Red
Shout out.
and
Twin rags.
Shout out to Don Lucci.
Yeah,
Right.
but we gotta pop that rose neck.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
rose
Rose,
neck
give me
next
rose.
level. You know what I'm saying?
Switch out.
They just had an event last.
Pop this one.
Yeah, pop that one
That was
last
dope.
Yeah, they time.
Yeah.
I seen the picture.
That time.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was a
man.
piece in the front.
And that's what we try to do, man. We're trying to like, cause right now it seems like I don't know if because we're trying to be a part of it, but it seems like Charleston now's the time, man. It seems like people starting to work together more. People starting to make more
The
moves.
networking.
People are networking,
I see that after.
and that's why your time is now
Cause I
too.
think I done seen you
Your
on
time is
social.
Right.
You see,
Whenever they tell.
I was naive.
they give it a brand.
I'm watching. I'm watching.
That happened today.
Yeah.
So they saying this whole new thing that's going on now, and I kind of like what's going on, you know, because Dallas got the new Dallas or whatever.
All right.
Carolina, it's Carolina.
That shit.
Right. Okay.
That's all it is.
Yes.
Man, that's what's up, man. So, well, since we talking about it, do you feel that way that we're making more right now?
This the most I can say right now. This the most promising that South Carolina ever.
I feel the way too.
You see what I'm saying? But my belief and theory is Charleston and South Carolina. I see Charleston will have to have a defined sound.
Okay.
Right.
I gotta pick my personal opinion on
You
that.
heard the first one who
I
said
got
that.
my personal opinion on
Keep
that.
seeing it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's how you feel. I feel like this. Charleston, oh my God. And growing up here, I hate to keep excluding myself because I'm technically still from here, but I'm not.
If you went to school here, girl, you
I'm trying to tell.
Elementary, middle, and high. You
okay,
Some people gonna say she not, so I feel what
my
you
accent
saying.
so watered down too. But that never stop people from, huh?
I never knew that.
I thought she was West Side.
You from Charleston by way of
Thank you.
Walterboro.
We had a show. I told her.
Y'all have heard me
I
say
thought
that.
she
You
was
ever heard me
West
say 42, Luke? Yes.
Oh, that way, it might be on the loose side.
You sure you said it?
Yeah.
I think what my biggest thing with Charleston is I feel like Charleston has that hard accent. Everybody on the outside, different states, love how y'all talk.
Only when we talking.
But when it's music, it's hard to
They don't
understand.
like it when they only like it when we talking.
Only when y'all talking.
I don't know. Sometimes they talk
I feel like once Charleston lingo gets caught on, you only can get it from here.
I done work with the best of them boys.
Right.
I ain't talking about from Drew, Trizzy to even the boys, True Funds, the boy who
you talking about?
Right. It's just us. We gotta find a swing that will match that.
That's why.
Yeah,
I think we got it. They're just not listening.
We got it.
hard, bro.
It is hard.
It is
It
hard.
What makes it hard? What makes it
I'm
hard?
gonna be honest.
Okay, what makes it hard?
You can't
I
grab it.
can't tell you that because I
But
understand.
no, you
Yeah,
can't.
no, I get it.
You can't grab it.
Like this.
a chicken P type beat and go Geechee on it. They gonna sound fool.
So
Right, you gotta have the right beat.
Not the best, but the most understandable Geechee artist. I like Long Money.
And he's so Geechee. Everybody, hold on. Everybody don't have. Listen, when you sound the Geechee sound, everybody's not that Geechee.
Exactly.
You got people that understand.
But that's like me.
Boss, Geechee, Kiddo, Geechee, but I understand everything she says. She don't sound like
because I
Cora.
grew up in Walsboro too. I got teased everywhere.
Right, so you're not in the heart of the
I understand how to make my voice neutral. Also, the Geechee dialect, the Geechee tongue is not one for proper grammar.
Right.
So you gotta understand too that you're dealing with a language, a dialect of broken English.
Right.
So it's not meant the natural dialect of the Geechee tongue, Geechee yellow tongue is broken English.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like trying to get people to understand Jamaicans. They speak Jamaican English.
Back to the Charleston sound, it's like they love how y'all sound to y'all heart. It's hard to understand. So I feel like nobody's gonna really catch because it's hard to understand because of the way, and it's like the accent becomes harder when you rap it.
And then like if you get angry, like I know if my accent is kind of watered down, but when I get angry or excited, it gets worse. So the amper you get, the harder it is to understand. It's mostly like the Jamaican English accent, like Jamaican. We don't know a lot of. Oh no, I because guess what?
New York shit come out.
Right? Yeah, whatever. I do. I'm
Because I hear it. And that's what I love though.
But I'm curious to know how did you keep your like what I've learned too is like because in my household my mom and them we from Walterboro, so they sound more they very proper, so they kind of just talk proper all the time actually now. But anyway, we moved to Charleston when I was 5. But nobody, like, I found out that you're gonna always sound like how the people in your household sound.
Right, sure.
But you know, like, we moved to Charleston and I got teased in Walterboro for sounding Geechee. So I learned how to turn off down there. Then I would come back to Charleston and I would say both. And then I got teased
that was
I turned up. So how did everybody in your household sound? Because no matter what words come out your mouth, you still sound very Harlem.
Okay, and that's true. My aunt Stephanie, with Andrew mama.
Okay.
She's still New York.
Okay, so that's
Zoo, my Andrew brother, still New York.
Okay, because
Andrew
household
is Charleston, but Andrew don't have a Geechee sound.
Yeah.
Now Zoo kids, London, my little cousins ain't I'm around Geechee.
Right.
So I do hear the on and off of me because if I go to New York right now, my sister they be like, "Girl, you sound country."
Right.
They hear something.
But down here you don't sound.
But down here I sound New York. But when I go home, you sound country. So it's kind of like an off and on thing. And my kids are not even Geechee.
Right, my kid,
So it's kind of hard to really,
I mean,
it's like an on and off
it's the
switch.
schools
It's
that
not
they
like,
go to in the voices that they hear in the house.
I'm from Goose Creek, so I'm not Geechee. But when I go to Columbia, they be like, "Boy, you saw Geechee." And I'm like, "Damn, I don't look at myself as song Geechee."
And see, in New
because
York,
when I go
they
to
say
Charleston,
I'm gonna tell you what it does. I'm gonna tell you what it does. Right, what I've heard is, damn near the closer to the water you get.
That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is.
That's
what it is.
Yeah, you gotta think they got out the boat first.
So.
All right.
So I was me being from the height. Me being from the height.
Yours is very thick.
Mine
It's a
is
very
right.
And it's an underlying thing because I hear some people like they go out and when they know people listening, they want to turn them on extra much and do it. But you got a thick one that's under your tongue.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing with that.
She said,
It's under there, like people that's really from downtown, really from North Charleston, y'all like me
Do y'all catch yourself in certain situations aware of that and talking about that?
I understand.
To be honest with you, I had to move back twice.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because like I went to Atlanta and that shit crazy. Like you trying to talk. I'm like a lady like really been like, man, listen, bro. I ain't really hear you at first. But you Geechee as hell, boy. I'm like, man, damn, bro. Like, you say so you can, and then you gotta keep running shit back. Cause now sometimes they just want to hear you talk.
Right. Yeah. You gotta talk that up.
Like,
Say it again. Say it again.
You a lion or something? They like, man, you raw, man. I like that raw.
But me personally, I've learned how to cut it on when I do my music.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Being able to know, being aware of it. Because some boy when they Geechee, they don't know how to turn it off ever.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't speak proper English. Is probably what it is.
Right.
Because if you speak proper English and you are a Charleston native, like I consider myself a Charleston native, but I am from Walterboro. But I'm also an artist, so I speak eloquently anyway. But if you have proper English, it is impossible for you to not be able to turn the Geechee Gram off.
Right.
Because it's broken dialect. Now I have heard a few and they sound really stupid because they talk like this. I am a parent and I have children. They be like,
Stop it. Yeah, that's Buford. Turn it on and off.
they try to turn it, they sound crazy like that.
That's different. That's different. Like that's like that middle school. Like you like say like right.
But them boys, they boys food.
Hey, can we get on?
Not Geechee, they just got
Will Charleston get on?
But I just want to
Will Charleston get on.
Can I
Will
answer the
Charleston get on?
question?
I say yes.
I say yes.
No,
I say yes.
listen.
What do you think it's going to take?
No, it coming.
It's coming. I feel like honestly, I feel like that door that we keep saying needs to get broken down. It's already kind of there.
Right.
Yeah,
I think the 803 guy, even though he's from Wagner,
Right? No.
And but
He's bringing attention to something.
to the outside, you gonna consider Charleston, but he's from the country.
Right.
And I feel like I don't know what it's gonna take for our city, not the outskirts, not. I ain't talking about Columbia. I ain't talking about
We talking about
country, Wagner, Darlington, Florence. We talking about Charleston. What is it gonna take? I think it's coming. I don't know what it's gonna take, but it's coming.
We the only one
I
got
think
this
we're
sound.
closer
though.
than we were last year.
Sure.
The year before. I think now
Now the time. I feel you.
it's on the way.
I feel you. That's why we're
And I
here right
feel
now.
like artists like you who like have that Charleston sound mixed in with other things. Like, let me just tell you, your sample game is crazy. Like, I mean, I love
Always been.
the beats, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole mixture, it just really gives up north Charleston and everything in between. And I feel like someone like you could definitely take
I definitely feel like you're an artist
strong.
to break it down more because, like she said, you got that. You bring in the Charleston, but and you bring in, you know, the clarity to it, the style to it, and that's what's going to get us
And
in
I used
there.
to get it a lot when I perform. I would have people come to me after the performance and be like, "You the first person that I really could hear perform and actually understand what you're saying."
True.
You know, where it sounds so clear. It sounds so clear. And when I go to performances and stuff, I still, people that perform before me, I would sit back and listen. Because I'm like, okay, that don't sound, you know, but if it's the beat, it's just the mic is too loud, the speakers, whatever the case may be, I just feel like some people, it might come off a little clearer. Some people just sound how they sound. Some people is not used to having stage presence. Some people is inside the mic. Sometimes you don't know when to tell a DJ, hey, turn my mic up.
Right.
Turn my mic down or whatever. They just go on the mic and just start so you sound how you sound.
Yeah.
And it's good that you're aware of that to the fashion, the stage presence,
Very much
all
aware.
that. 'Cause that's
And
important.
I started off open mic nights and doing this, doing that, so it was broke. You know, I didn't even like being in front of people for real.
So we did have, I think, a debate on our last show about, you know, the benefit in having going to like showcases versus actually putting yourself out there, because like the showcase, you're amongst your peers, right? And so, but with putting yourself out there in other formats, you know, have you found there to be an advantage or disadvantage when it comes to performing, showcasing for your peers versus a concert? Or like I saw you were with Trap Dickey one night or whatever, people like that. Do you find yourself, explain to us, where's the value for you as an artist, a female artist specifically?
Oh, that and how that came about was crazy. But with me, I feel like the value. I'm just gonna be me.
Yeah.
And with Trap, I just see what Trap. So happy for what he got going on now, because just a month ago or 2 months ago when we did that, right after that he started.
Take it off.
I started watching. You know, so I kind of caught him in a time where I'm like, I see what he got going on and his sound and what's going on and my sound. Let's just see. So it's a song that I did called "Biggest Bully" that I already had, and he did the beat, Baby did the beat, and we did the song. And I was like, I gotta get somebody on it. I want somebody on it. And I was like, listen, whatever Trap want, I'm gonna pay for it.
Right.
I want Trap on it. And we made that move. I just feel like the advantage is just kind of reading the room, knowing what's going on, being aware of your surroundings, and seeing the motion and putting yourself in the mix. You know, some people call it. Some niggas call it dick riding. It ain't dick riding.
No, it's
You got dick songwriting that you got just putting yourself in the mix.
Right.
And collaborate.
Right.
You know,
that's what it takes.
business.
That's what it takes.
It's
Business. Yeah.
And put a little game for anybody.
And he was there when we did the Trap Dickey thing.
Right.
Put a little game. You hitting on something strong. Y'all know Bankroll Q?
Yeah.
With Bankroll Q, he just dropped something. But anytime you see Trap or any of them boys,
He right there.
Right
He been there though. I seen him around. I seen him at concerts and
But
stuff.
you gotta get where he go. What? It's why he's doing it. His face is always gonna be around. Wherever Trap or Nation of boys at, he gonna be there.
Yeah, and that's networking. He got heavy networking, and that's
As soon
dope.
as you drop something, they be like, oh snap, that's buddy that was just with. As long as you just in the mix, or you just
That's the thing, right?
And people feed off their energy too.
Sure.
Yeah, I definitely got my own identity.
Yeah.
Right.
And speaking of iMix Nation, shout out to iMix Nation.
Yes.
I did everything with BB, and we took it to Columbia because me and Nation been supposed to get in the mix, whatever. But I took that song to Nation. He made it happen. He was rocking with it. And I know that Nation and Trap have their own relationship. So when I seen what Trap had going on, I didn't even technically really hit Nation, but it came about. We made it happen, and Nation was in the mix, and it was, it was a dope vibe. And the vibe was, everybody's not gonna give you me. Like I said, I'm a Virgo. I'm big on energy.
Right.
I can read the room and be like, okay, me and Honey can get along.
Right.
Me and him can get along.
Oh,
You don't even gotta say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You know what time it is.
So when I met Trap, genuine. He wasn't cocky. He wasn't stuck up. You would have thought I knew Trap for 7 years. The way we was in the studio just vibing. We just
Sure.
we was just vibing. It was dope. So it's just you gotta be big on putting yourself in these rooms. It's gonna get you. Get you to them doors too, and to help each other. It's not to piggyback. Sometimes you might need that, because when I dropped the footage of me and him Trap in the studio, and people from the country, people from the city was like, oh shit, so to them, it's bigger than what it really is.
Right.
It's dope.
When I saw it, I was like, all right.
The outside world is bigger than what it is.
Yeah, I like that.
So you gotta put yourself in
and
the
Charleston's small, man. We all
Charleston
connected in
is
some
small.
way, form, or fashion.
Right.
And if we just, work together.
Work with each other. Put yourself in the room.
Man, that's why I appreciate having y'all here, man.
No,
Y'all
thank you for
actually
having
doing this
me.
because, for us, this is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been out here forever, man.
But listen, hold on. It's one thing I do want to say. Now, I'm glad you got me. I ain't know Kid was coming, but I still appreciate, and my hat's off to Kid, because it was one time I did a cipher.
Let's go.
I did a cipher.
Story. Let's go.
I did a cipher, and this was back when I was still kind of finding myself.
Yeah, he was.
My first cipher.
Right.
So I'm thinking, when they send you the beat, okay, this gonna be the beat for the cipher. I'm thinking, so when I start writing to it, I'm thinking you write from the beginning of the song to whatever. I didn't know a cipher is just like, but you just gotta hop in on that beat when it jump in.
Right.
So when I started doing it, so I fucked up, and it was live. So I fucked up, right? So I'm already
live recorded. It wasn't live broadcast.
Well, it wasn't live broadcast. It was recorded.
Okay.
Right. So I kind of got very frustrated, and I was ready to go. I was like, fuck it. I messed up, and I tried it over and over. It just didn't work out. When I say one thing about Kiddo grabbed me and was like, listen, you ain't leaving.
Right.
She was like,
She gonna keep you.
and she was like,
Girls,
she's
girl,
like,
and I
we in
love
this shit
that.
together. You not leaving.
I'm about to let you do
It's
that.
all right. I was about to walk with the keys. I'm out. I fucked
You were
up.
trying to go through.
I was really excited. I was ready to
You
go.
saying 30 Day Movement was the biggest movement, but as far as the personality of somebody that represented, Taylor, Chino Dino too. In the beginning,
Yeah, I'm about to say, Gino went hard now.
For me, he was the first person that actually.
I see this. The Charleston as what
It represents, man.
what the urban legend and all that stuff sell. It really brought the way he had need to be at.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Right,
If you really want to think about it, it can be T-Mac too.
No,
Let's go.
right.
Let's
You
go.
right. You right.
T-Mac 263.
You right.
He's really doing his thing in the
Right.
day.
I can't be
That's
that.
right. Hey,
Listen, I
that was
think the thing about Mac
right.
is we ain't never ever seen nothing like that. So we just remember who else been rapping with Mac the one?
Nobody.
Exactly.
But it was a bunch of people. You had Carolina
There wasn't even a
Pathfinders.
studio.
Right.
You had Carolina Pathfinders. You had
Infinity the Ghetto Child.
you had Fat Little Boy.
I'm about to say Fat Boy, all the boy, like Mista Taylor. Yeah.
Then you had Platinum Boys, the boy coming around the same time.
I think T-Mac movement,
See what I'm saying?
the movement was at the right
Even a
time.
bunch of music
Right.
going on, but
But T-Mac, if that's the case,
top
fuck
10.
that.
It was
Y'all
top
listen.
10.
firstborn, nigga.
Okay, firstborn.
Hey, Rack.
See, listen.
But see, that was what you get. Rack.
Who had a bigger first 2 albums than that boy?
Nobody. But they don't know that. They might not know that.
His whole first album.
Right. Young Buck the Boy came down there with him.
What did it do? What did it do? What did it do? It did what it's supposed to do for that time.
Man album was Ghetto Goon.
What did it do?
It did.
Ghetto Goon, he was made.
Ghetto Goon?
Yeah, he did.
So, hey,
we just coined the term, Ghetto Goon.
Right. See, TIP, right? Right.
Warner Brothers snatched.
He had the biggest connection at the time in the music, like.
So we gonna talk about.
Cause he was on the same label as Young Buck. Them boy came down here. I swear to God, Young Buck, DJ, they came down here with Marley Rats now, and we were walking through the mall with Young Buck, DJ, you know, cause they was just from Bush Creek, from our area, and they had the band rap and all that. But that was way earlier than, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, I started hearing Pacino Dino. Then from Pacino Dino and went to T-Mac, or T-Mac maybe, Pacino Dino was first.
Wait, T-Mac was 99.
When Pacino Dino was?
After that.
That movie was big now. That Donna's always trying to him, and Tina's always listening. That was an album.
But real talk, I want to get into Yazzy. Are you Yazzy 24/7, or is there a Yazzy the persona?
Ooh, child.
Let's for the people.
Hold on. I'm gonna answer my answer. He been around me. He been around.
There's no persona, bro.
Okay.
This dog just wanted me.
Right.
So saying ain't no cameras, no nothing. This dog, like she act like how she act.
Yeah.
So I said I can truly see it.
Cause he been around all aspects. So like the mom life, the rap life, work life. Like he see me at all. So I mean, of course, at work, I'm Yasmin.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but when I get to work, people know me from the music. So it's like,
Sure.
I don't hear, oh, you don't who be rapping, oh, you Yazzy, you here. And even my job, my supervisor, they be like, yes, Yazzy.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but I feel like I'm just me. My kids, I'm mommy, but they know, you know, because I go to my kids' school to this day, and they be like, hi, Miss Yazzy. Hi, Miss
Okay, so Yazzy's not
Lily,
just your rap name. Yazzy's a nickname that you had before.
It's my real nickname. My name
Right.
is Yasmin.
Right.
So
Okay.
Yazzy is not a nickname that I would just give it to me. That's my actual nickname.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Yasmin. Yes.
You know, it's a beautiful thing, man, because I can tell y'all respect each other so much in y'all crafts. Like, that's why the longevity is, that's why y'all gonna make it.
Definitely.
It's because you got to have anybody that's supporting you, got to believe 100%.
Right.
There's a lot of work, there's a lot of money, it's a lot of time, effort. And I can tell, you know, BB Slim over there, and he over there like, yeah, you know, like, I can tell he really feel what he's doing.
That's my boy for sure. And BB seen me. He's probably like I said, I don't listen to a lot of people, but BB seen me up, he seen me down. He know behind the scenes, he know who I am behind the music. He knows me, and that's big because I don't have to come around BB, and I don't just come around certain people and just put on this Yazzy. I come as I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. The vibe I get, my aura, whatever, you gonna get what you gonna get what you get. So it's just like, he know me from all aspects. I don't have to get around him and turn into this person that he wants me to be or they want me to be.
Sure.
I come as me.
Right.
You know, so he see me at a high, low, mad, sad, happy. He knows me. I've been around him for so long. I could just sit here and make a certain look, and he'll look at me like, "Yes, you good." Like we feed off each other. That I could text him. He could text me one thing. I could text back, "Yes, you good." I could just feel it in your text or something.
Right.
And that chemistry, that bond is kind of hard to come by.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get that with everybody.
Slim, you know what I'm saying? You so BB, you know you just be BB Slim, but then earlier I asked you, you know, David Skywalker. So
What was the transition?
and yeah, then you know, you was like, you personally was kind of like, I'm done with the BB Slim. I'm all David Skywalker. So what's that about?
He really came when my father died.
Okay.
My father, the old man at church, he been like banging Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff. So like the story behind the Star Wars shit kind of been like me and my old man. Like I didn't really find it.
Right. That's awesome, man. I like that.
So like David Skywalker type shit. So
Right.
that's why me and yeah, Lord, that like that reinvention came around that time, so that became a different person.
Okay. I mean, you became a different person. So what happened? What do you mean by that?
I mean, like my whole outlook on everything, like just basically how to move. Like shortly after that, I went to Columbia and I started branding the David Skywalker sign.
Right.
So when I went to Columbia, that's when I really started. You know what I mean? So I don't run in V12 studios. You know what I mean? I went in there, did a lot, like probably about 6-7 months. Like, you know, the 4 months I've been on the Columbia show.
Right.
And so shit, it was from like crazy shit. I just did with the need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know if I can rebrand myself and do this, I can do damn near anything. I can do that with anybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and then I'm saying, why not do that with the person I fuck with the most?
For sure. How do you feel about tagging your beats? You tag your beats?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
But
I know.
it's crazy that I had want my son to do it. Since he been born.
Right.
The man wait till he been 10 to do it.
Start doing it. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like,
Right.
just
Right.
Right. I mean,
everything.
they got it growing
I mean, no, tagging is important because that's just you letting them. You know, back in the day, you had beat, you don't know who did it. You learn the style, but for somebody new, you know, you don't know. Especially now, you know what I'm saying? Because you're an OG, you know, and when they, you know, so when you tag it, and then the David Skywalker, I gotta give it to you, man. I gotta give it to you, man. That shit hard. I'm a Star Wars fan too. My wife a Star Wars fan, so I mean, you really relate with me with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas from the streets and shit, they be like Star Wars. But how you become a Star Wars fan? But that's just, you know, we all the same, man.
I was never into it.
Me too. I could not give it to her.
He's BB to me. I respect everything, but I just know him as BB, and I just always BB.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's just a shout out to my old man. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Well, I do want to ask, balancing people's expectations of who Yazzy is versus who Yazzy really is. And then the second part of that question is there anything that you want people to know about Yazzy, since you are so introverted and, you know, don't always get to speak your piece?
Oh, wow. I feel like with me, it's no real balance, because I give what I give. I am who I am. So it's just more like I come one way. I feel like I come one way, and what I would give to anybody, any advice is, like I said, stay true to you. And I think my fans and my followers kind of know already everything. It's just stay down till you come up, be true to who you are, and it's okay to not be liked. It's okay. You have to know that whatever you go through, you gotta be okay with it.
Right.
Everybody's not gonna like you.
Sure.
You know, everybody's not gonna agree with you. Everybody's not gonna get along, and you have to be okay with that. So I learned to be okay with a lot of things that I wasn't okay with.
That's it.
You gotta be okay with things you're not okay with. And it takes a lot. It really takes a lot. And I've came across a lot of fans that would be like, girl, you lost your mother, your father, breakups, you did this, and I don't know how you would do it. I don't know how I didn't have a choice.
Exactly.
So I had to keep going. I got 4 kids. I had to keep going. I didn't have that time to just sit down, and I think I work harder and go harder when the odds against me.
Right.
You know, once you put my back up against that wall, like, don't ever put me in a situation where I gotta show you better than I can tell you.
Right.
So, and I just take it, you know, it's not to be cocky, not to be arrogant. It's just, I'm just keep that shit 100. Like, I've been through a lot, and I was a giving person, and I settled for a lot that I didn't. You know, sometimes you gotta boss up and know your worth.
Sure.
You know, I settled for shit, and I'm like, listen, you gotta know that you really her for real.
Sure.
Right.
You really him for real.
So you
gotta walk like you told, you know, but and I think people respect me more because I keep that shit real. I keep it 100, and I'm gonna always be me and just stay true to who I am. I don't think nothing really can change me. I'm a tough cookie, but if it makes sense, it makes sense.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I just thought of another question real quick. So, cause like, there's a whole stigma behind like females and rapping and getting in relationships and getting pregnant and having babies and building your family.
That's big.
While
I can touch on it.
Please speak to it. What's
relationships?
Yeah, let them know.
First of all, what's your relationship status
But
right
they got men.
Are you in a relationship or anything right now?
I am not.
Okay.
I am not.
Okay.
Who child? So I'm gonna touch on that because I'm an open book.
Open book,
Wherever you want to love me, flaws and all.
Right.
Relationships. If you're gonna in this industry doing music, and BB told me this, I'm gonna touch on that, but I feel like you have to date somebody who's not insecure, who supports what you have going on.
Right.
They don't have to technically be a rapper or into what you got going on, but they have to know what it takes to be you.
Right.
I kind of dated guys that I would say I was here and they was like, and then when they noticed what I got going on, they kind of like wanted to play the back and got a little insecure and got a little. No, if you my nigga, we gonna pop it together.
Yeah.
I don't even know I'm with you. I don't need you to think that. Oh, that's her thing. She gon'.
Right.
No, like you know, when I walk in the club, nigga, you beside me. Don't be behind me. We right here.
And you know, you didn't come from that. You had your dad. You had your, you know what I'm saying. All these people building you up. And men, people in your life, which is rare. You know, to see a talent in music and rap. As a daughter, you know, back then, you know, and to build you up, so that means your talent must be and is extraordinary.
Yeah, and some guys
you can't tolerate it.
You can't tolerate it, but I don't fault a lot of guys because when it's something you're not used to, but when you meet me rapping, don't think when we get together I'm gonna stop or slow down.
Sure.
You met me this way. This is who I am. This is what's gonna continue to happen. It's only gonna get bigger because if you can't take what I'm doing now, when I make it, you make a big shit. Because you got some guys that'll be like, hey, pop your shit, do what you gotta do. And some niggas be like, you gotta wear that, or what's the rest? You met me wearing crop tops. Anybody who know me know that ass wear crop tops all year round. If it's snowing outside, I'm putting on the crop top. I don't care.
Let's go.
Hey, I see the Harlem in you. I like it. Cause you know, you kind of like, you know, young boy, like New York.
Let him know.
I love it, man.
Keep going. So relationship thing is like anybody who's doing music or whatever y'all into, date somebody who's gonna support you because it can become draining. Because I lost myself in a relationship to where I felt like when the support wasn't there, when the person started getting a little insecure, I felt like, well, what am I doing wrong? Well, maybe I need to change who I am to fit him. And it's times I'm like, nah. Then I started losing myself. I wouldn't record. I wouldn't record like I used to. I wouldn't write no more. I would be so stuck in my relationship to it's like, and it's when you start feeling like you getting distant. I had fans calling like, yes, when you dropping, or when you doing it, you doing that, oh, I'm coming, or it's on the way. I got tired of saying it's on the way. No, it's here.
Right.
It's like if you can't be what I'm on, we can't be together. It's no hard feelings, no beef. But I see the vision, and I feel like if I settle and let myself down, I'm gonna let my father down. I'm gonna let my kids down. And I've been through so much, so I don't want my kids to go through what I've been through. So my goal is to make it, so they don't have to worry.
So you then went through that and kind of witnessed that maybe later on in the relationship. Now you witness that shit, you turn that shit off, right? Immediately. And when I say immediately, like I can tell in the first conversation this gonna work or not. And right now I'm so locked in. I don't really have time for a relationship right now. You know, I'm just locked in on my goals because I feel like honestly with me personally, everybody might not be the same, but with me, it slows me down. It does.
I get off track. Yeah, I get off track.
It is.
I get off track and I try to put everybody else before me. And then once I get angry or upset, is when I kind of turn up. I don't want to have to get mad to turn up. I want to be turned already.
Right.
So it's just like I gotta put that on the back burner, and you know I'm just focusing on me. I'm trying to kick the door down. So
but the pregnancy part of it, right? So being pregnant and an artist, and having children and the single mom part.
Okay, my kids were already here when I started doing music, so I never had the experience being pregnant and had to fall back when I was pregnant. My kids were already here. It is a balance. Because, but what the good thing about it, my kids know what I do. My oldest, they understood what I can't, what they come, so they know what I do. So it's easy for me to explain. So they know when I gotta leave and go to the studio. Mama, BB, you gotta go to the studio. I gotta record. I gotta go to shows. I gotta do this. So they understand. I have teenagers and I have a 10-year-old.
Gotcha.
You know, so they kind of know it is a balance, but I think it all works out for the best. And as long as my kids understand what I have going on and I'm doing it for them and for us, it's a piece of cake. You know. So relationships on hold right now. My kids are forever be straight.
For all y'all who want to know.
Everybody who want to know. Relationships on hold.
But you're taking appointments for the late night.
Right.
Is it just all like no? Is it absolute no?
inboxes be going crazy, but I don't respond to everything, and I get guys that get upset and be like, oh, you one of them.
Right.
Oh, you too good. You too. I'm not that, but I can't respond because what you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
And you know what? God
I
say
be
that.
trying to tell niggas my favorite color.
Right,
Like,
right.
Let's be
What's
clear.
your favorite color?
Because the conversation is lit, but you know, you gotta get out of South Carolina for that.
so it's like start over and meet this person, but that shit takes me for a loop. I want to stay focused on what I'm focused on. You know, if it finds me, it finds me.
True.
And it has to be a bond, a mesh bond, so you understand what I have going on. And I don't want nothing that's gonna take me from my dream.
That's an awesome approach, man. You know what I mean? Because really, that's what it's all about. Like, you got time for that. You make your moves, it'll find you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you gotta be when you're chasing your dream.
And the guy who's for you would understand.
Right. True.
And he would.
And they gonna fight for you. And you know, the boy talking shit in the DM. Every time you don't answer or you just don't have time for them, they turn them on even more.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So now a super fan. A super fan.
Hey.
One of them motherfuckers are crazy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful now.
That is true.
You got to.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, and there's nothing to say, oh fuck niggas get money, but it's fuck niggas get money. I got things to do.
It's time periods in your life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna get all biblical on y'all because y'all gotta get there at a certain point, but like, you know, even the Bible speaks to periods of solitude and singlehood.
Right.
And where it's necessary at certain times in your life. You know, people always like get married, be in a relationship, but that's not completely biblical. You know what I'm saying? And so it is what it is.
Yeah.
And
like I said, if it happens, it happens. If it find me, it find me. But I'm not looking.
Right.
You know, I'm not close. I don't want to close all the doors because you might come across. You might come across that guy that really is for you.
Yeah.
You know, it might be, and then you never know someone's true colors until you actually start really dealing, whether it's living together or whatever. But I don't know. I'm just so focused on me. I need my guy to know like what I got going on, and he just take heed and he supports it.
Right. You know what? I'm happy to hear that because I am a newfound fan. I'm not gonna sit in line. You know what I'm saying? I heard about you or whatever, but I really started listening to your music today. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's hard.
You got a new fan here too. Because I'm like, you got some bangers though, because you really competing with female artists out here that are mainstream. Like, I can get in my car. We already in the song. We was like, yo, we gotta.
I tell you, I was like, she is hot. Like, she is.
Yes.
And you know, and for BB Slim, I used to with Lim and Kwame or Manny Man or whatever. I used to, you know, I've been in the studio, plenty of studios, but we Dirt Dave and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of appreciate you coming to my studio, help me. You know what I'm saying? Showing your presence, man, and all that, man. Right, man, you are an icon in Charleston, man. I mean, for real, like, you one of the people that I have to have on my shows in order for it to be legitimate.
Like, yeah, this is one of the things, like,
you know, T-Mac, and certain people that you got to get to say that you've been you can do that.
You chose it.
You know what I'm saying?
Tag yourself, anything you want to say to the people, let's go.
First of all, shout out to my brother Doughboy, he couldn't be here today. Shout out to the team, GTF. Shout out to
GCL.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to everybody else. Shout out to Yaz, you know what I mean? And anybody who, you know what I mean, who been down, you know, I ain't here.
Right.
Listen, the whole team finna win. You heard?
Win.
Shout out to Big Yazzy in the building.
Yeah.
Let's thank y'all for having me.
Shout out to my dog love, man.
Thanks for coming.
I grew up with dude, man, and he ain't ready to be on camera yet, but that personality right there.
Yeah, that's somebody we waiting on.
I got his voice on there though.
And this is my first time really meeting you, I think, right? My first time really meeting him. So, but back to, you know, shout out to my fans, my followers, y'all who's not following me, please follow me on all social media, Yazzy Wright, YAZZY Wright, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything. I got my camera guy in the building, shout out to 4K.
Listen,
I appreciate that shit.
I want to thank y'all so much for having me.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to sign this wall, and I'm going to sign out, right?
Your world, my opinion. YWMO.
That's dope. I like that. Y'all